Okay, so good morning, everyone. So for this week, we will be having the division of polynomials. Okay, so I will be showing you two methods of dividing polynomials. One is the traditional method, which is the long method, and the other one is by using the synthetic division. Okay, so let's start with this. Okay, so let's start now with this. Plus of x squared plus 5x plus 6 divided by x plus 2. Okay, now, so we will be having first division by long method, okay? So long method is the traditional arithmetic way of dividing. So we will just write the dividend x squared plus 5x plus 6 inside, and then we will have x plus 2 outside, which is the divisor, yeah, the usual way of dividing it. Now, after this, okay, so after this, so we will just be dividing the first terms for each. Okay, so ito muna. So we will be having x squared divided by x is equal to x. So we will have it here. And after which, we will multiply. X times x would be x squared. Then x squared plus 2x would be plus 2x. And then after which, we will be subtracting it. Okay? So, traditional way of doing it. So, x squared minus x squared would be 0. Cancel yan. And then 5x minus 2x would be equal to 3x. And then we will bring down the 6x here. Okay, just like the traditional way of doing the division in arithmetic. And then we will be dividing again the first term for each. So we will be having x squared, 3x divided by x is equal to 3. So we will be placing 3 here. Okay, then afterwards, we will be having 3 times x would be 3x. And then 3 times 2 is 6, and then we will be subtracting it also. So for this, both will be cancelled, so we will not have a remainder. So the answer now is x plus 3. So the quotient when we divide x squared plus 5x plus 6 by x plus 2, the quotient would be x plus 3. So that is the long method, okay? The other method is what we call the synthetic method. Okay, so let me just erase this, okay? Okay, now using the same example, okay, so we will be dividing it using what we call the synthetic division. So synthetic in a sense that it is not the real division, but somehow it will get the same result. Okay, so the idea here in synthetic division is that you will just be listing down the numerical coefficients of your dividend. So in this case, we have your x squared here. Okay, so starting from your x squared going down. So your highest degree would be x squared. Okay, x squared. And then followed by x, followed by your constant value. Okay, so the numerical coefficient of your x squared in this would be 1. So you will just be listing 1 there. And then the numerical coefficient of 5x would be 5. And your constant value is 6. You will just be listing it down. And then, for your divisor, you will put it on the side. You will just make a symbol like this on the side. Okay, so you will be solving now for the value of, you will just assume that you will be solving for the x of this. Okay, so for this, so it can be written as x minus c is equal to 0. So you will be solving for the value of c. So in this case, so x plus 2 is equal to 0. So your x is equal to negative 2. So this is the one that you will be using for this. So minus 2. Yeah, on the side. Then afterwards, okay, here's the process so you have to listen very carefully. Okay, for the first step, you will simply bring down 1 here. You will bring 1 down here. And then afterwards, you multiply now 1 by negative 2, which is your divisor here. You're supposed to be divisor. So 1 times negative 2 is negative 2. So you will be writing your answer on the second column. Okay? Then afterwards, you will be adding them. Okay? So 5 plus negative 2 would be equal to 3. Then afterwards, you will do again the multiplication. So 3 times negative 2 is negative 6. And then you will add them again. Okay. So 6 plus negative 6 would be equal to 0. Now, so what would be now the sense of those numbers that we have here on the that we obtained. Now, this one, okay, so you start your degree with x squared. So this will be x. This will, your 3 here will be your constant. And your 0 here would be your remainder. Now, in this case, there would be no remainder. Okay? So, your final answer right now here is the numerical coefficient of your x is 1. So, you will just have it as 1. And your constant value is 3. So, plus 3. And this is now the quotient when you divide x squared plus 5x plus 6 by x plus 2. So that is the synthetic division. Okay? So it's up. So most probably the easiest way or the easier way of dividing is by using the synthetic division. Yan. So let's have another example here. Okay? Now, let me just erase this again. Okay. So this time let's have now this problem or this example. So x cubed plus 2x squared minus x minus 2 divided by x minus 1. Okay, so let's have now this. Okay, so let's try now to solve this. Okay, first is we will be using the long method of dividing it. So maglo-long method lang muna tayo. Okay, so that would be x cubed plus 2x squared minus x minus 2 divided by x minus 1. So you will start with your first terms. You will be dividing the first terms first. So x cubed divided by x would be x squared. And then afterwards, the multiplication part. So x squared times x would be x cubed. X squared, okay, x squared times negative 1 would be equal to negative x squared. And then we will be subtracting them. Okay? So obviously this will be cancelled. Now, take note that in subtraction you have to change the symbol of your subtrahend. So this is actually addition in this case. So this would become 3x squared. Now, afterwards, we will do again the division. So 3x squared divided by x is 3x. Okay. So, plus 3x. Then again, we will do the multiplication. So 3x times x is 3x squared. Okay, now I forgot. We have to bring down x here. Yan, nakalimutan ko yung process na yon. My apologies. Okay, then afterwards, so 3x times negative x is 3x times negative 1 is negative 3x. And then again, we will be subtracting it. This will be cancelled. This will change to positive. So this would become 2x. And then we will bring down negative 2. Then again, we will be multiplying again. We will be dividing again 2x by x. So 2x divided by x is 2. 2 na lang matitira. So then 2x times x is 2x. 2 times negative 1 is negative 2. So, obviously, when you subtract them, this becomes 0. Okay, so your final answer would be x squared plus 3x plus 2. So, that would be the long method. Okay? Now, let's have the synthetic division for this case. Okay? So, let me just erase everything again. Okay. So again, let me just write again the problem here. So we have x cubed plus 2x squared minus x minus 2 divided by x minus 1. Okay, let's have again this problem here. Ayan. Okay, so this time we will be dividing it by using the synthetic division. Okay, so let me just erase this baka mapagkamala na negative number. So again, so we will start now with your x cubed. So the numerical coefficient of your x. Okay, so we have x cubed, x squared, x, and your constant value. So the numerical coefficient of your x cubed would be 1. You will just write it as 1. For x squared, your numerical coefficient is 2. For x, the numerical coefficient is negative 1. Okay, so since it is a negative value, and your constant is negative 2. And then for your divisor here, so your x is equal to 1. Assuming that you will be solving for the value of x here. So you will be writing 1 on this side, on the left side. Okay? Now, and then, yeah. So we will start. Okay? Now, for the first okay. For the first column, you will simply bring down 1 here. Okay? Then 1 times 1 would be 1. And then you will be adding those 2. So 2 plus 1 would be equal to 3. 3 times 1 is equal to 3. Negative 1 plus 3 would be equal to 2. And then 2 times 1 is equal to 2. And then negative 2 plus 2 is equal to 0. Now, since we started with x cubed here as your highest degree, so meaning your 1 here would become now your x squared. This would be your x. Your 2 here becomes your constant value, and this would be your remainder. So again, so just like in the long method that we had a while ago, there is no remainder in this particular example. So your final answer right now would be x squared plus 3x plus 2. And that is now your final answer. Okay? Yeah, let's have another example here. Okay? Let me just erase the other. Erase. Okay, let's have now this example right now. Okay, so let me just adjust my camera again here. Okay, so let's have now this example here. 2x to the 4th minus 2x cubed plus 5x minus 5 divided by x minus 1. Medyo itaglish na lang natin ito. Okay. So this time, ang gagawin na lang natin ay yung synthetic division para mas madali tayo. Okay? Now, sa synthetic division, ang idea ulit, Ililista mo lahat ng numerical coefficients mo starting from dun sa highest degree, which is x to the fourth, tapos followed by x cubed, followed by x squared, x, at saka yung constant value. So, ilista natin lahat. So, kay x to the fourth, ang numerical coefficient ay 2. Kay 3 cube naman ay negative 2. Ngayon, kung mapapansin nyo, walang numerical coefficient kay x squared. Although, sinulat pa rin natin siya kasi hindi pwedeng hindi mo isusulat kasi hindi makukompleto yung process. So, anong number ang isusulat natin kung wala siya? Okay, sa case na to, ang pang-fill up natin ay si 0. Okay, so lalagyan mo siya ng 0. Pag hindi mo yan kasi inilagay, hindi makukompleto yung synthetic division, mamamali ka. Okay? And then, kay 5x naman, yung x, yung numerical coefficient ay x, at yung constant mo ay negative 5. So, yan. So, kailangan 5 numbers yan. Okay? Pag ito. Tapos, okay. So, dito naman, your x is equal to 1. Okay. So, 1 yung nasa gilid dito sa kanan. Sa kaliwa. Sorry. Yan. So, simulan na natin yung division. O, yung synthetic division. Bring down 2 tayo. Bring down 2. 2 times 1 is 2. Then, negative 2 plus 2, magiging 0 yan. 0 times 1 is 0. 0 plus 0, obviously, is 0. 0 times 1 is 0. Tapos, 0 plus 5 is 5. Plus 5 times 1 is 5. Then, negative 5 plus 5 is 0. So, obviously, doon sa dulo, wala siyang remainder. X to the fourth ka nagsimula dito. So, ibig sabihin, ito ay x cubed, ito ay x squared, ito ay x, ito ay constant, ito ay remainder. Now, so your final answer this time is equal now to 2x cubed. Now, dahil wala ka ng x squared, di mo na isusulat yan, wala ka na ring x, wala ka nang isusulat dyan, ito na lang isusulat mo, plus 5. And this is now your final answer. Okay. 0 na kasi yung x squared, so di na natin in-include sa final answer natin. Hindi na rin natin in-include si x kasi nga 0 yung numerical coefficient. Okay? So, yan na yon. Tapos, yan. Sir, may mga cases po ba na merong talagang may remainder na lalabas? Okay, subukan natin naman ito. Okay?
Malalim na hukay. So, yun ang nangyayari. Once na napunit ang oceanic floor, ang nangyayari, yung magma, pinupunuan niya yung gap sa pagitan.
Okay, so subukan na natin ito. So, let's have the x to the fourth minus 2x plus 5 divided by x plus 2. Okay, so again, ang gagamitin lang natin dito ay synthetic division. Okay, we will be starting now with x to the fourth, then x cubed, x squared, x, at yung constant value. So, 5 numbers ang ililista natin pa sa synthetic natin. Yung numerical coefficient ni x to the fourth ay 1. Wala tayo kay x cubed, so 0. Wala tayo kay x squared, 0. X is negative 2 at yung constant value ay 5. And then sa gilid, ang isusulat natin ay negative 2. Assuming na isosolve natin yung value ng x nito, x is equal to negative 2. So, yun yung idea. Okay, let's start dun sa synthetic division. Okay? So, start tayo. So, bring down 1. 1 times negative 2 is negative 2. When we add 0 and negative 2, it's negative 2. Negative 2 times 2. Negative 2 times negative 2 is 4. Bring down 4. So, 0 plus 4 is 4. 4 times negative. Okay, so 4 times negative 2 is negative 8. Yan. So, parehas na negative, negative. So, negative 2 plus negative 8 is negative 10. Then, negative 10 times negative 2 is negative 20. Then, 5 plus negative 20 is negative 15. Ayan. Okay. So, double check lang natin ha. Ulit. So, ulitin natin yung process. Bring down 1. 1 times negative 2 is negative 2. 0 plus negative 2 is negative 2. Then, negative 2 times negative 2 is positive 4. Magiging positive dito ha. So, 0 plus 4 is 4. 4 times negative 2 is negative 8. Then, adding negative 2 by negative 8, it becomes negative 10. Then, negative 10 times negative 2 is 20. This should be 20. Ayan, sabi ko na, may mali ako sa solution ko. And, 5 plus 20 is equal to 25. Ayan. Okay. So, ngayon, lalabas ngayon dito, you start now with x to the 4th. Doon sa solution mo, this would become x cubed, this would be x squared, this would be x, this is be constant value, and there is a remainder this time, which is 25. So, paano ngayon natin isusulat yan? So, your final answer now would become, okay, your final answer would become now, x cubed minus 2x squared plus 4x minus 10. Okay, paano mo isusulat yung remainder na to? Ayan, plus 25 over, susulat mo lang to, x plus 2. Yan, yung dulo. Kasi ang indication ngayon ng dulo na to, hindi mo nakuha yung exact answer pag dinivide mo si 25 by x plus 2. So, isusulat nyo lang siya. So, that would be now, I'm very sorry. Yan. So, this would be now your final answer. So, your final answer right now would be, yan, this one. So, x cubed. Yan. So, this would be now your final answer. If you will notice, there is a remainder which is 25. Okay. Yan. So, this is synthetic division. Okay. Yan. Now, this time, okay. Okay. Yan.